Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of Jim and Vita Reacts. Why did you do that? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and to the episode 2 of Jim and Vita Reacts.
So today we're checking out Yelena Belova from the Thunderbolts, which is the most recently announced figure from Hot Toys, and it's one that's hotly debated, would you say?
Yes, I agree.
I definitely agree.
It received a big reaction this morning.
It has divided the community. Maybe not that dramatically, but we'll see. So should we check the figure out?
Yeah, let's dive in.
Let's dive in.
So I think we will start with the head sculpt, as that's what created the most chat around the community. So I definitely can see Florence Pugh in the sculpt. Definitely it's not a perfect sculpt and I have more opinion on that, but I'll let you go first and tell me what you think. Do you think it's completely miss, or can you recognize Florence in the head sculpt?
Well, I mean, you kind of went first, but anyway, so I definitely see Florence, and actually remember I sent that to my friend, just a picture of the head sculpt, and I was like, who do you think this is?
I sent it to you and you sent it to the friend.
Yes, and he picked it up straight away, so that kind of worked quite well. So I think that kind of proves, because he's not a collector at all, so I think for him just to get a random photo of a head sculpt, no context, and be like, oh yeah, I recognise her from Oppenheimer.
I actually wanted to put in that screenshot you sent to me from him reacting to it. Maybe we'll put it in the editing, but basically James just sent this this picture on the left here, and he asked if Steve recognizes the actress.
Yeah,
and he straight away recognized that it was the movie we watched together. It wasn't Thunderbolts. He recognized her from Oppenheimer. We watched with him anyway.
He said Oppenheimer and Marvel, so I'll take that. But I feel like for me, that's good evidence to show that this does resemble Florence Pugh. I mean, I would say, looking at these two kind of reference photos you put in here, I see a stronger resemblance between these two on the left and that top photo of her, which I guess is a professional shot. I mean, this is obviously professional, but that's just because of the angle of her face. So she's got interesting features.
Yeah, that's her portfolio picture. It was quite hard to find her picture, especially from the movie, like straight looking at the camera, that it wouldn't be at certain angle, and that's why I wanted for the comparison, just to see the shape of the face and does it match, basically.
Yeah, because she's got an interesting face. Like here it's quite angular, here it's a lot rounder, so her features kind of change a fair bit, and I think a lot of that's due to lighting and such.
Yes, at the top she smiles a little and she leans forward and she's a bit friendlier, where the sculpted pictures, the head sculpt picture, sorry, she's a bit more moody, and obviously the same of the screenshot of the movie as well. She's a bit moody, worried, thinking what the hell is going on. So it's a bit different emotions, but it was quite hard to find Florence Pugh actually to be so motionless, and that's what leads to my other point. I think the head sculpt is too bland, like it doesn't have emotion. It's just,
others have said that.
It doesn't look like her personality, if that makes sense. She's quite she's quite feisty.
Yeah,
she's quite sassy.
Yeah, I'd say that.
And I think that's what's missing. Like the head sculpt is pretty good. It's not perfect whatsoever. I see quite a few flaws. They definitely can improve it. You know, the face shape is not quite there, as I think I mentioned already, and they have some work to do.
Yeah, I think it's, for me, this is an 80% kind of their head sculpt. I'd say it's pretty good, needs a bit of work. I actually think a lot of what they've done, like the lips look really good, the nose look good, her brow, I'd say pretty much fits her quite nicely.
Brow needs improvement.
You think?
Yeah, definitely.
I would say I like the sculpt of the hair, but the paint needs a bit of work. It looks a bit too flat throughout.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah,
like, so if you look at here, she's got clear rooting. Whereas you can't see that.
Outgrown hair,
It's worth noting, obviously, these aren't the actual promo photos. This is the promo sculpt, the pre-production sculpt, but it's from, was it JC Hall?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the sculptor, so there will be a difference between these photos and the ones that we're about to
actually,
look at
there's
next.
the handle is at the top there. You can see.
Yeah, perfect. All right, so let's move on to the next slide. Here we go. This is more comparing the suit, I'd say.
Yes, correct.
A little bit,
yeah. So I want to kind of compare the suit and the body and how she kind of looks in it. Again, like from these pictures, the ones like especially on the left, you can see like the face shape is completely off. Yes, the one from the Hot Toys is a bit of the angle, which the other one is like straight mugshot kind of thing. But still, like, especially in that picture, I don't see.
Do you not think that's the expression they've taken as inspiration from this? Because it almost, this one's a bit more deadpan, but it almost looks like this is kind of what they worked off slightly.
Yes, it could be. However, like the Hot Toys version, it's more motionless. Like there is less expression. It's like she had a bit of like Botox and she can't react to the things.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. That is a bit of an issue. I wonder if like moving around the eyes, tilting the head can kind of help that a little bit. Possibly. This is why I think Hot Toys should do 2 head sculpts. Maybe that's asking too much, but they could go for a stoic face like this and then an action face. Because, for example, that Harley Quinn figure with the wide open mouth, that is the only sculpt, kind of limits you as well.
Yeah, I hate that.
It fits her character quite well because she's crazy, but it's like that's the only thing you get. So just standing there in a normal pose, she looks a bit bonkers.
Yeah, I don't like that. No. Like for 1 or 2 poses, that's fine, but having her in that open mouth pose all the time is just not the one for me. This morning when we caught the end of the Fizzy show, someone in the stream said that, or in a chat, that in some of these pictures she looks a bit like Hilary Duff. What do you think? Because you big fan of Hilary Duff. Yeah.
No. Well, actually, do you know what? Maybe, because it's kind of the pouty lips expression she has. I feel like Hilary Duff used to do that quite a lot when she was younger in, was it Lizzie McGuire?
I don't know, you're the one. You're the one who likes
it. It was a Disney show. I used to love it as a kid. Moving back to, that's a good point actually. Suit-wise, I think they've done a good job, because if you look on the right here, it's not a skins tight suit. Because I saw a few comments that maybe it's a bit too baggy, but I think they've kind of captured, and it does look a little bit baggy, but I think that's right. I think that's kind of represents the photo here.
Yes, it matches that picture from the movie. That's for sure.
Tailoring's quite good. You can see some differences between here and here, though.
Exactly that. That's a good point. That's what I was about to mention.
That
the detail is actually not there. Like the detail is not actually there, unfortunately.
That's interesting.
Because
that should be built into the coat, shouldn't it?
Exactly that. So like this, like the actual suit looks a bit more leathery and more detailed, where the prototype at the moment looks quite bland. Obviously, they still have time to improve it.
Yeah, because it looks like leather here, doesn't it? But this is like clearly a fabric.
I watched another video on YouTube, and the guy said this is not pleather as well. It's that some sort of rubbery material, so apparently it shouldn't flake as well.
Well, fingers crossed.
I don't know much about it, but that's what he said.
Right, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, this is a good one.
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to find a picture of her standing her all full height with the full suit and
the colour on the suit looks totally different here.
Yeah, it could be lighting, but that's where you can really see that detail on the suit doesn't quite match. And yes, it's not a body tight like Black Widow suit, when she used to have those very tight suits. It's a bit more baggier. This is a bit more I don't remember how they called like the working suit the guys put on and such, like the full body one.
That's gone straight out my brain.
Yeah,
as well,
exactly.
So.
But I think so. It's a bit more like it. But they still obviously have time to improve. Maybe it's a prototype. Maybe they're still working on it. But one thing I will point as well before we completely dive into the final. I hate that they only gave us this hair. I hate it. If you would go back, I much prefer her in like this side flip
someone else, I think it was on the Wolfpack, they mentioned, I think it was Brick Artmus, he said he would rather have...
Yes.
Was it him? Swap out hair pieces?
Maybe I don't know. Yeah.
Brick, if you watch this, then it's not my bad.
No, somebody actually mentioned, I don't know if I read it now, or somebody mentioned that some other figure they did with just changeable hair. I think it was John Wick figure
Oh
had
yes,
a,
yeah, because he has
shape
like
of
one
hair.
for like, so when she's in motion, like he's in motion, it shows the movement.
Yeah,
That's a
so
good
I
point.
think more figures should have that. Like this one, I much prefer, like, if you
Well,
want.
my Luke Skywalker down there, he has 2 hair pieces.
Yeah,
You can swap out.
if you look at like loads of Florence Pugh pictures, like just even not from the movie, just her own pictures, she very often wears her hair this way. So I think for me, I would like to have this sculpt of hair as well. I may be wrong, you know, maybe this is more accurate for some people, but I prefer the one flipped on the side. I think it just looks so much cooler, and I think you can like kind of pose it in action a bit better.
That's fair enough. All right, let's talk about everything she comes with. So obviously you get separate rolling eyeballs, which is pretty standard across all figures now. Attachable scythe blade. That's pretty cool. I like that. You can obviously attach them onto her back there. Interesting how they're showing these. Like, that's kind of an accessory. It's a knife.
It's a knife.
I like how they get that hand angle there actually on that knife. That's pretty cool. The boots are included as an accessory. Why?
That's what I noticed now. You know, when we were looking at Wanda another day as well, they were showing her like top and her boots as part of accessories. I mean,
Wanda doesn't come with a lot, so I think Ben said this on his one. He's mentioned actually, Ben Thomas, great guy. He mentioned that it's a bit sparse in accessories, so maybe just to fill it out, like Hot Toys have realised they've included the boots because Wanda, she came with like jackal as well.
Yeah, exactly that.
I think that.
If you look at that bottom picture, where she's with a knife and gun, you can see a bit of like good mobility there in the
I think so.
I want to say ankle, it's not ankle.
Something about that pose and that photo looks awkward.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that photo actually, but that's why I chose it. Like their hair looks so plasticky and bad there. And just this expression again. I'm just going back to this expression. I don't like it.
So yeah, so I think for this set it will set you back about $270, which equates in English pounds to about 207.
208,
checked earlier.
207, yeah.
Yeah, so do you know what? That's not too bad. And it's quite interesting. I was talking to a friend about this, about price sensitivity. So the first time I bought a Hot Toys figure, it was probably around 180. And I was horrified by how much I'd spent. And now I'm like, 208? That's not too bad.
How much did I pay for your Superman? Oh, man.
No, exactly that. I mean, that Anakin Skywalker, I mean, luckily I didn't pay.
Yeah, that was lucky.
Got him for £11.50. Fun little side story. But yeah, for 207, do you think this is worth the price and would you pick it up?
I am actually tempted.
Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
I am actually tempted. I really like Florence Pugh. I think she's amazing. She's
a great actress.
Such a good actress, and she's so sassy. And I like, you know, that she is a bit different in the older Hollywood world.
Yeah, she's not like that traditional tall, super skinny, trying to skirt around.
Yeah,
body
see,
shape. She's like a normal person.
No, like you can see that she works out. You know, she does her own stunts. You know, she jumped from that tallest building in Japan.
She's vibing Tom Cruise.
I love it. I think she's a badass, and I kind of, you know, it's my I think kind of like a girl crush. So I would be tempted. I don't know if I'm gonna jump in pre-order. We will discuss this.
I think you might be okay to wait on this one.
Yeah, exactly that. I think, you know, with me, I'm very picky, so I want to see more before I commit to something like that.
What we've learned recently is that photos like this, and especially Belova photos, it's really hard to judge how good a figure is from those, because when you get the in-hand videos from some of the guys out there that get straight away, that's when you can actually see how good these things look. Anything in hand kind of gives you a better idea, because it's all lighting, angles, even color editing, things like that as well can make a big difference. We liked the film as well, didn't we? It was a good film.
The film was okay. Definitely better than Captain America one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the story for another time, but I'm not sure I would, if we were to get this, I'm not sure if we would go in for the rest of the line. Maybe Red Guardian, he's fun. I liked him.
Yeah, Red Guardian, I kind of like him. I don't know.
I feel like you could just have Yelena.
You could have the family, Black Widow, Yelena, and the dad.
Red Guardian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do actually.
That's what Ben Thomas said. I was like, oh my god, that's a great idea.
Other people's ideas.
Well, I thought it's a great idea, so it's compliment to Tom.
We'll see. We'll see. All right, I think that about wraps us up there. Thanks for watching, guys. What I want you to do is let us know in the comments below. Are you looking to pick this up? How would you rate this head sculpt? I've given it an 8 out of 10. What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10. I don't like rating out of 10.
I
I
like
like
to rate out of 7. Then.
Yes.
Okay, how would you rate it out of 7?
I would, at this point, I would rate it a strong 5.
Out of a rating of 7, I'd probably agree with you. Because 6 seems a bit too...
Oh, definitely too much. I was in
my
my head
head,
just
6 is like,
calculating.
yeah.
Should I say 4 or 5?
Calculating. She's the smart one, guys. Don't worry about it.
And I wanted initially to say 4, I
Yeah.
think, but I just said 5
Okay,
because
okay.
I didn't want to be
So
too harsh.
we're going to be unique here. Everyone rates out of 10.
Viva
Shane rates out of 5.
7.
We're going to rate out of 7. We're going to meet you in
Yes.
the middle. So strong 5 out of 7.
Overall, I think between both of us is strong 5 from us.
Perfect. Well, let us know in the comments. You can do out of 5, out of 10, out of 7, whatever you guys want. But thanks for stopping by and checking out the video, and we hope to see you again soon.
Don't forget to like the video and to share with your friends if you like it. Thank you.
And subscribe.
See you later.